Hi everybody, welcome to Dopey's Broke. I am Amber and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. We are going to read Wacky Weather, All About Odd Weather Events by Todd Tarpley, illustrated by Aristides Ruiz and Alan Batson. I know I butchered that. I'm sorry. I'm a little chilly. I've held off doing this book because have you guys seen the uprising tornadoes we've had this year? How horrifying. And those families. And by the way, wacky weather talking about blizzard conditions in the South. Like, not the normal part? What the hell is going on? Anyway, so I thought I'd read this. Wacky weather. You probably know about rain, sleet, and snow, thunder and lightning, and strong winds that blow. You may know that summer is warmer than fall, but that is not all. Oh no, that is not all. Some weather's so odd that you'd swear it can't be. If you want to learn more, then come on, follow me. I'm the Cat in the Hat, and we'll travel together to learn about all kinds of weird, wacky weather. First, a trip to the Arctic, and as we pass by, we will get a close look at strange lights in the sky, aurora borealis, or just northern lights. Whatever you call them, they're curious sights. They're caused when small particles blown by the sun collide with the Earth's atmosphere. Oh my, what fun! The most common color is yellowish green, but pink, red, and purple have also been seen. I'd love to go see them just once. I got so jealous when the people of the South got to see them. We couldn't see them from here. We didn't have enough dark light. They were so close to us. Or people saw them close to us. Whatever. This next odd occurrence may give you a jolt. It's lightning that comes in a ball, not a bolt. Ball lightning. Instead of a strike, it just floats in the air. Few people have seen one, which makes it quite rare. In fact, the strange lightning that looks like a ball may not even really be lightning at all. What causes these balls then? Well, no one can say. But until we find out, we'll stay out of the way. Is it a portal? A portal to somewhere. Who is that? Cat paw. Calling all earthlings, shout it out loud. This huge flying saucer is only a cloud. Lenticular cloud. Moist air hits a mountain, becoming unsteady. It rises and falls, then swirls up and eddy. An eddy? It forms a strange cloud as it starts to ascend. It isn't a spaceship, but we can pretend. Now, speaking of clouds, here is one that is scary. Does it look like a giant tsunami? Yes, very. It's usually found out in front of a storm. Moist, rising air helps a shelf cloud to form. The cloud is quite harmless. Beware anyhow. A storm will be coming. So get inside now. This long, shining cloud is round like a pole. It looks like a white frosted cinnamon roll. We call it a roll cloud, but let me repeat. Although it looks tasty, you really can't eat it. If you think that was wacky, here's one even odder. Odd-er. It looks like a tornado, but over the water. Water spouts stir up the water they touch, but they don't suck it up, at least not very much. I've seen one of them before. Back behind my house. Could a water spout suck up fish into the air? When the wind settles down, there'd be fish everywhere. In the streets, on the roofs, onto folks passing by. Look, they'd say, it's raining fish from the sky. Yet no one has really seen fish rain occur. So it may not be true, but we wish that it were. No, we don't. Though some may say fire-nado, tornadoes they're not. Both have a funnel shape, both spin a lot. But unlike tornadoes, which form way up high, a fire whirl forms on the ground, not the sky. Fire whirl. They usually start from a wildfire that's burning. The wind whips it into a funnel that's churning. They don't rise too high and they don't last too long, but they're still very dangerous. Let's move along. I still feel so bad for the people of Hawaii and the people of California. Shit, there's so much shit. South Carolina. These look like tornadoes, but tend to be small, a few feet around and not terribly tall. Dust devils do not come from clouds in a storm. They need hot, sunny weather in order to form. You see them in deserts and other dry places. They don't last too long, but please cover your faces. These things used to chase us around a lot when we were kids. They scare me. Or they used to as a kid. Especially calling them dust devils. It made you think, especially as a good Christian child that I was scared the devil was going to chase me. Here's one final whirl that you really should know. It's called a snow-nado. It's made out of snow. It's not a tornado. I think you know why. It forms on the ground and not up in the sky. Sounds like a fire whirl or dust devil, right? Exactly, but quite a bit colder and white. Don't eat the yellow snow. It's time for some donuts, but don't be too hasty. They're made out of snow, so they won't be too tasty. When the snow in a tree gets too heavy, it drops. It lands on the ground where it usually stops. And yet, now and then, if the wind is just right, the snow starts to roll until done. Take a bite. You ever had grandparents make snow cream for you when you were a little kid? And then you pass that down to your kids? I finally got to this year. Hailstones, you know, are just small balls of ice. But if they grow larger, look out, they're not nice. They start as small droplets of water, not snow. The stronger the wind blows, the larger they grow. They freeze in the updraft. They fall and they rise until they're too heavy to stay in the skies. They can grow to the size of a coconut. True. I'd prefer not to be underneath. Wouldn't you? This next one might make you cry. I want my mommy. If you should encounter a rare ice tsunami, when ice on a lake starts to melt after winter, the wind starts to blow and the slabs start to splinter. A strong wind can push them right onto the shore. Imagine this huge wall of ice at your door. That would be scary. Oh, hello. Red sprites are large flashes of light in the sky. They occur in the atmosphere 50 miles high. They form above storms where they flicker and glow. They seem to be triggered by lightning below. You'd better look fast when they come into view. Red sprites only last a split second or two. That would be super cool to see. I feel the earth move under my feet. Feel the sky tumbling down. Why, it looks like 3 suns. Are we on a strange planet? Surely this can't be a real thing. Or can it? Sundogs appear when the sun is down low, when there's ice in the clouds, and sometimes when there's snow. The ice in the clouds refracts light, as you see. Instead of 1 sun, well, it looks like there's 3. Sundog. Never seen that. It's pretty. There's weird and wacky weather all over the place, not only in Earth, but even in space. On Jupiter, there's a storm that's so wide that 2 or 3 Earths could fit snugly inside. On Neptune, the rain would be hard to walk through. It's not made of water, but diamonds, it's true. And on Venus, there's snow made of metal, not ice. Getting hit with a snowball there wouldn't be nice. Well, my Lord. And I thought I heard it all. And apparently Uranus smells like farts. That was a bit dramatic, I know. Thank you for joining this field trip together. I would have enjoyed it in all kinds of weather. But now that we're home, well, I'm happy to say, here comes the sunshine. Let's go out and play. And I'll leave the glossary here so you guys can read it. This is already a long video. There's the words. Excuse the horrid nails. Okay, that was really cute. I did not know that about our planets, though. I don't really keep up with new planet, what they got going on. I just don't keep up with it. What's y'all's weird experience with weather? Have you ever seen those clouds? I've seen people post them, and I always thought that they were kind of like AI generated things where the clouds were kind of like parted in between, and then that there would be like these beautiful pastel looking colors like blue, not purple, but like a pink, and they would just, if I could find one, or I'll put in the one that I took. I had always wanted to see one of those things. And I said, you know what? If I ever got to see one of those things, I'd be such a happy camper. And one day I went up and looked out. It was there! Like this. They kind of look like this color. You ever seen them? They can be like this, just like this. These colors right here, and see how the reflection? And that's how it looks in the sky. The sky is parted and it looks like this. Mine was just all blue, but I don't care. I saw one of these. I can't really get a good picture, but you can tell. I was so happy. And when we got snow this year, do you know how long it's been since I've seen snow? Since I was like 15. Good God, that was 21 years ago. Jeebus! 21 years ago. Anyways, what about you guys? Before I go, I want you guys to remember, when you breathe, breathe kindness. And when you love, love wholeheartedly. Bye!